Okay.
I forgot. I'll tell you something later on, later after this. Hey, hey, whoops! Can you hear me?
I hear you perfectly.
Am I loud?
No.
Yeah,
You're
you just
loud
can't.
because you're my ears loud.
I know, man. Those are nice, dude. I got to get some of those. Definitely.
They're great.
You
They're
guys, you guys,
really.
you guys are making me look bad here. Come on. Oh, wait, you guys are making me sound good to you.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Johnny Beane, David Nesdall, live
What's happening?
at 5:09 p.m. California,
Ah,
August 15th, 2016. Uh, oh yes, Stefan says, "Hey, Dave got his beats. Cool, Vinny. Hey, Vinny.
yeah.
Yeah. Dang, we just jumped to 11 viewers like in like 2 seconds.
Awesome.
Wow. Thank you everybody
It's the
for
way to do
watching
it.
this. Thank you for watching this. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, and sorry you can't see me right now. Hey, Michael Smith. My camera's turned off because I'm eating at the moment. I just walked in the door. So I'm just eating real quick. Ron Pageant says, nice headphones,
Pageant.
Dave.
Thank you.
Mark's classic comics discussion. Oh, that's Mark.
Krasinski.
Says, hey. He says, hey. Yes, hey man. Hey man. Yeah, look at Dave's new headphones.
Yeah. No more delays here.
And his microphone
It
is
sounds
built
weird
in.
though.
His
It
mic
sounds
is
really
built
weird,
in,
though.
so he can actually get up and walk around now. You know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and tap on your left ear. See, built in.
It's amazing.
That's great, man. That's awesome.
So yeah, these things you can talk on your phone. You can talk on the iPad. Anything that has Bluetooth, it'll work with.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, Manny. Sorry, I'm eating some yogurt really quickly. It was funny. Somebody commented on was it the video from last night or another one? And they said that I have a great radio voice.
Yeah, you do. And then they see you and look like, and they say, oh.
Yeah, that's why from now on my camera will be turned off, and I'll eat a yogurt before every broadcast. That's the secret. Eat yogurt, and you get this amazingly cool radio voice. If you're gonna sing though, forget it.
No.
You know.
Not good for singing.
Okay. All right. Here I am. Hope everything's all right. Here I am. Yes. See, look at this, man.
Yes.
So look at you. You got the beats. I've got this busted up, garbage looking headset that doesn't even. Oh, it's awful.
I'm sorry, man. I feel horrible. I really don't feel that horrible.
No. See, look at this. The thing hangs. Look at that. It's terrible. It's terrible. I got it. Hey, Sean. Hey, Billy. Okay. Hang on, everybody. Hang on. Hey, oh, Howie's here. Hey, Howie. Mark, no video. No, video's here. It's here. Yeah, sorry, I was eating. I was having some yogurt really quickly. Let me see. Howie came out and then turned around. Back in there.
Hate when that happens.
He's like, huh? What's going on? And then he just like, oh, okay.
Oh, it's only you.
Yes. Does it matter if I mute myself when I belch? Does that even matter anymore?
I don't care.
You don't care? Oh. Yeah. I turn my fader down every time, and I don't think it even matters. Mark's classic comics discussion says trade in a guitar for headphones. That's a good idea, man. It's a very good idea. Michael Smith. Hey, David, how much did you pay for the wireless Beats? Also, rate them in a scale from 1 to 10.
Well, I've never owned headphones before, so I'm going to say that these are a 10. They were $200. This wasn't the best set you can get. The best set, and they're a little bit bigger on the ears, and you don't hear anything other than what you're hearing in the headphones. With the other set, they were $250, and I didn't think I needed those, but these are great. They're really great. It's just a little weird because I don't hear myself.
Yeah.
You know, I only hear everyone else.
Yeah.
So
That was
it's a little weird.
that's what was happening to me when I was using that other set. Remember, I've got a USB set I tried for a little while.
Yeah.
And that's how it was. I couldn't hear myself at all. Like, I use this, I can hear myself perfectly when I use these. When I was wearing those other ones, I couldn't hear myself at all. And if you go back, a week or 2 weeks, whatever it was, you'll see I was saying the same thing. But look at this. These things hang off my head like horribly. They're just awful. But they're amazing headphones. I've been using this set for 10 years. I can't use anything else but these. So that's the problem. So yeah, I need to know exactly what you're hearing with those beats.
I'm hearing you crystal clear. It's really crystal clear. But here's the same thing. You're going to have the same problem that you had with the other ones if you buy these, because you're not going to hear yourself.
Well, no, well, I wouldn't be using that mic though. I'd still be using this mic.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I would disable the microphone feature in those things for me. For you, it's perfect. For you, it's even better. I mean, this is probably the best it's ever been for you.
Yeah.
Because you can hear yourself fine.
Yeah, I hear myself fine. I hear you perfectly.
Just make sure you mute yourself when you have to go to the bathroom. Because don't forget, we're still going to hear you.
I'll go to the bathroom right now.
Google. Good thing you're not wearing Google glasses. Oh man, wow. Yes. So here we are. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I don't know what we're doing. We're just reading comments. Hey, yeah, if you want to call in, I've got a phone number I can give you, 415-952-3263. Give us a call. I don't think Dave will be able to hear you, but I'll be able to hear you. Or no, you'll be able to hear them. They won't be able to hear you. That was the thing. Right?
Yeah, that was the thing.
So if you have a question for Dave, you'll have to listen on the stream. There'll be a slight delay. Let's see. Mark's Classic Comics Discussion says, have you guys tried out any virtual reality like Google Cardboard? Super cool, man. Check it out. I don't know if I've tried that yet.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. But also, something I was going to tell you about, man. Google Hangouts is moving to YouTube Live. Okay, I don't know if you know this. YouTube is actually getting its own live streaming within YouTube, so anybody will be able to stream. But Google Hangouts, as far as like what we're doing from right here, in about a month, a little less than a month's time, this will be gone. So we'll have to figure out a way around this if we want to keep doing this.
Really?
Or I think Hangouts will still be available, but it'll be through YouTube itself. See, we're not going through YouTube. We're going through Google Hangouts, but we're streaming through my YouTube. Does that make sense? No? Anyway, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Sounds really suck.
We'll figure it out. No, I think it'll be okay. Let's see. But the cool thing about that is it'll make it much easier for you to stream yourself. Since you don't have a computer, you just have your iPad. You'll be able to stream from your iPad over your YouTube channel. So you can have your own show.
Oh, how wonderful!
The David Nesdall Hour.
Nah, see, I don't need that.
Speaking of that, hey, Joe Wentz, thank you very much, man. Joe sent me a message earlier today saying that he's starting his own podcast, and this show is his inspiration for doing that. So thank you very much, Joe. And somebody else kind of said the same thing to me. But yeah, thank you. Nobody says I think Twitter will have a Google live stream. Wow. Bill Camporis, say what's happening, my VH brethren? What's up, dude? Blackie DH says, what's up, guys? Video looking better, Johnny. New camera? No. Same old camera. That's another thing. I need to get a new camera.
Yeah,
maybe it's just because I shaved. You know, it looks a little better.
yeah.
I think. But no. Everything is going to get an overhaul at some point. You know. But you know, it's all good. It's all good. You know. Cool guitar behind you, Johnny. 802 Blues. Thank you. Yeah, that's a 1979 Ibanez. What? Roadster.
Roadster. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a Strat. It's like an Ibanez Strat. It's a cool guitar. Very cool guitar. Let's see. Yeah. It's like who needs to even do a show anymore? We can just read comments. That's all you got to do. Just read comments. You know, I didn't even title this. I didn't even title this hangout anything. You know, I just said Johnny's live. That's all it is. That's really all it is. You know, that's the thing is I don't want to talk about one thing. You know, you get pigeonholed into one thing and you burn out. You know, so because there's only so much you can say about one subject. I want to talk about everything. You know, but still talk about the same stuff we always talk about. You know. Because I thought it was really cool. We were talking about the Beatles. Was that last night?
Last night. I
think. Yeah. And Mark was saying that he's like, oh, he knows all about the Beatles, and it was awesome. It was very, very cool. You know.
Yeah, it was definitely cool.
Yes. So we'll still talk about, you know, the same stuff we talk about. We'll just incorporate other things into it, you know, because I want to get a, you know. Let's see. Good evening, Jimmy. Yeah, maybe we'll just read comments from now on, and that'll be the show. Yes. What's up, Jaden James 104, dude? See, we have 32 people looking at us, and we're not even talking about anything. You know, it's all good. 802 Blues. I'd like. Where is it? I'd like to know what Dave thinks of his Hendrix Stratocaster.
I think it's great. It doesn't have the original pickups in it. It's got some Lindy Fralins in it that I put in. They're vintage Hots, non-staggered pole pieces. They're actually called custom staggered because only the D string is staggered. And the pickups sound great. The guitar is great. The only
What's up, Richard?
That's my dad, Richard.
Oh, is he watching?
Hey, Dad. Yeah. Hey, Dad. What's going on? Yeah.
Last name's not Nesdall. I don't think so.
Is it Rio or I-O?
No. It's like
it's not my father.
Gullo. Gullo. Gullo.
Not my father. Nope, different guy. Anyway, my Hendrix Strat. The only thing I don't like about it is the neck isn't correct to late 60s. It has a skunk stripe on it, which late 60s it wouldn't have. It would have a the fretboard would be laminated. So you'd be able to get to the truss rod from underneath the fretboard, and it wouldn't have a on the headstock. It wouldn't have
bullet.
a plug. Yeah, well, it doesn't have a bullet, but it has a plug there, where it wouldn't have the plug at all. Late 50s guitars, you know, all maple necks from the 50s would have the plug there. But 60s, since the fretboards came on and off, you know, they put the fretboards on, mostly rosewood. There would be no skunk stripe and no plug. So That's the only thing I don't like about the guitar because it has that stuff on it. But as a guitar, the guitar is fantastic. It's really great.
Oh, hey, your dad is watching. He is watching.
Nice.
Now watch this. This is now very, very embarrassing now for. No, I'm just kidding. My dad's probably watching too. Actually, I think he watches all this stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. It's good stuff.
Yes, Jim. Is it Nicholson?
Nicholas.
Nichols.
Nicholas.
Jim, he says, "Hey now, Dave, you're styling, man. You guys think Ed, as in Edward, still has the bomb from the '78 tour? Love the Ibanez Johnny. Thank you, dude. What do you think? Do he still has that bomb?
Maybe. I probably think he does. I think yeah. Why would he get rid of it? It's part of his history.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. He gives stuff away all the time. He doesn't care about things.
Well, he still has the Frankenstein.
You know? Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? But
I haven't seen it, in any photos at 5150, but
no, well, it's too big. It's too big. Yeah, it's probably in storage somewhere, or he probably gave it away. Who knows? But like I was saying the other night, there's some footage from the '78 tour of them. Where was that? The Super 8 footage.
Oh, I don't even know where that is. Oh, wait. Was it Cincinnati?
I don't know. I can't think where it is. I used to know. I can't think now, though. But watch at the end of Eruption when he takes off the Frankenstein guitar. And the footage, some of the footage is kind of grainy. Some of it's been cleaned up a little bit here and there, But watch, during the end of his solo, he turns around. He's facing his cabinets, right? He takes his guitar off, and the bomb is right there. There would be on this side or this side. I don't know. It's all backward. This is all backwards to me. But he takes his guitar off, takes it over his head, and then you can see he takes his arm and he starts turning a knob. Right, and so that's the sound of the delay getting faster and faster. I had said that it was maybe an Echoplex, although Alan Garber had chimed in the comments of that video. Apparently he watches these things, and he had said that it was a what was it? It wasn't an Echoplex. It was another delay unit that he was using.
Oh, maybe a Roland Space Echo?
No, that's what I had thought too, because that's what Eddie used later on. The other one. What's the other one? Anyway.
I don't know.
Anyway, so in that video, you see him Univox. Thank you, Craig Allen. I think it was a Univox, maybe. You can see him. You can see him turning. The knobs to taking his guitar off, and then he puts his guitar down, and then he picks up the shark, and then starts with "You really got me," But anyway, if you can tell, that's the bomb that we're talking about. It's basically a bomb that he hollowed out to put his effects in, his rack mount effects. And you can see great photos of it in the Zlozauer Sunset Sound photos from '79. Right? I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, Vinny. Vinny says, why is it so hard to do a dive bomb on a tremolo guitar versus Floyd Rose guitar? So he's saying, why is it hard to do a dive bomb on a regular like Strat Fulcrum tremolo? Well, I mean, they don't feel the same. A Fulcrum tremolo, a regular Strat tremolo, isn't meant to take all that abuse that a Floyd Rose can handle.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? I mean, that's why.
I agree.
That's why it's so amazing what Edward did in those early years with the regular tremolo. He was able to do all that stuff and keep the guitar in tune.
I agree. I think also the Fender style tremolo is probably going to have more springs in the back. At least 3. Usually they all have at least 3 to 5 springs in the back, and it's harder to depress on the tremolo arm because it has 3. Whereas guitar like this has 2.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that reminds me. Thanks for showing me that. Somebody had left a comment, was it yesterday, asking why you have that stopper in that guitar. Because those guitars are, the body's totally flat. You know?
Well, I have a stopper on it. It's just to get a little bit more resonance happening.
Mm-hmm.
I told everything that touches.
I told them I thought maybe you did that to get more stoppage.
No, not at all. It's just it actually resonates more because there's another piece of metal touching the brass block, and it's on a brass piece itself. So there's more brass touching. There's it's just the way Adam Reaver says it is. It's just another.
You said brass touching, right?
Brass, yes, brass. It's just another link in the chain. So it's just going to help out even more. That's all. It doesn't need it, but it's just going to help out.
Yeah, because if you have a flat top body like that, there's nowhere for the thing to go. There's no contoured, float, because it's not floating. It's not floating at all. I mean, you can make them float.
Yeah.
But it's not like the other guitars where it actually has a scoop. Like, look at Vi's guitars where there's actually like a scoop, dug into it, so you can pull up. It's floating and pull up and all that stuff.
But just if you look at this, you can't see it from here, but the treble side is not exactly on the board. It's not on the deck. You see how the treble side is up just a little bit more than the bass side?
Yeah.
That's just to get the action correct. So that's another reason why I have that stopper on there, because the whole bridge, it's still sitting on the deck, but not completely. So it just helps. And it's every one of them is going to be that way to get the action right on both sides of the neck. But it is. So if you look at it this way, and then this way, it just it makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
But look how low my action is. It's ridiculous how low this is. Can you see that at all, Johnny?
Sort of. You're a little fuzzy.
Oh.
I can sort of see it. Yeah, I can imagine what it's like.
Yeah.
I know how low yours usually. Like that guitar you gave me, I slapped that thing
really
together.
Low.
I slapped that thing together. That's the lowest action I've ever had in my life. I can't believe it. It's amazing.
Right.
I play that guitar because of that. Whereas all my guitars, all my guitars, the action's like that. But I'm used to it. Yeah, and I hate it, but I'm used to it.
Well, it's all my guitars have actions very similar to this. Every one of them. I don't like high action. I don't like to have to press hard.
Yo, Vinny. Vinny says, I just thought of this, and I wanted to get you guys get our opinion. Do you think Van Halen? Do you think Van Halen will do a concept album? You never know. What does that mean?
Aren't all their albums concept
What
albums?
does that mean? You mean maybe have different people on them? That was the original idea before they got Sammy. After Roth left, they were going to do an album. They were going to do an album with all different singers.
Yeah. That's a concept.
Yeah. And it's a good thing they didn't do that. I mean, they wouldn't have like it or not, Sammy took them to whole new levels.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep. And who knows what would have happened, I don't think that they would have. I think if it wasn't for Sammy he really saved that band, believe it or not. And a lot of people do not accept that, But any true diehard fan knows exactly, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ron.
Yeah.
Ron says Fender trims just don't dive quite as much as a Floyd. He has 3 springs on most of his Floyds.
Wow, 3 springs. What does he use? Heavier strings? 10
Maybe.
gauge?
Do you use 10s? Yeah, probably. Jimmy is a biter? Says Patty Smythe. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she from Scandal. Yeah, she was in the running to be Van Halen's new singer at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I guess they actually wrote songs together. From what I heard, you know, they actually wrote some songs, and now I'm echoing.
You are?
Yeah, that's
How
weird.
is that?
I don't know. It's like a slower echo too.
It's very weird.
It's okay. It's not so bad. It's kind of.
Can't be from me, is it?
I don't know. Check.
I don't hear it.
Can you mute yourself? Just really quickly. Check. Testing. Test. Yeah, it's on your side. I don't know. Maybe there's a delay between us, and you're just like blasting my voice through your headphones, and I'm hearing my delay of you coming because your mic is on your ear now.
Hang on.
So that's possible.
Wait a second. Let's do this.
Uh-oh. Be careful.
See if this will...
Oh. Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me though? Dave. Because your mic is on those headsets and we can hear everything you're. Let me just mute him real quick. And now I'm a little blurry, but that's okay. But yeah, Vinny. Yeah, you never know. You never know what they're going to do, you know? Hang on. Can you unmute yourself?
How about now?
Check.
Check 1, 2.
Testing. Sounds fine.
1, 2.
Sounds fine.
Okay.
Are you using the mic from your iPad now?
Yeah. No, I'm using the mic that's on the cable. 1, 2. 1, 2. What's the difference? I don't even know.
I don't know. There's a difference. I can tell, but hey, nobody says did the new Charvels copy the EVH guitars? I see the pickups facing each other with reversed black and white on the neck pickup.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
The new Charvel guitars? Well, I mean the new EVH Stripe Series guitars are basically Charvels. They're basically just Charvels with the Edward striping pattern on them and the EVH on the headstock, right? I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
Vinny says, I bet you guys don't know this. Ace Frehley was a roadie for Jimi Hendrix in the 60s?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, I did know that. I did know that.
That's true?
Mm-hmm. And it wasn't Jimi Hendrix. He was the drummer's. He was Mitch Mitchell's roadie, not Jimmy's.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yes.
Did you know that Kip Winger was in Alice Cooper's band? Years ago?
No.
Yeah.
Are you sure it was Kip Winger?
I don't think anybody knows that. I don't know.
Did you? It wasn't. It was Greg Smith.
Maybe he was his roadie then. There we go. I don't even know who that is.
Greg Smith?
Probably the song guy says, I thought Lemmy from Motorhead was a roadie for Hendrix.
That's true as well. Lemmy was Hendrix's roadie, and Ace really was Mitch Mitchell's roadie. Very true.
Thank you, Vinny. It's amazing. See, I'm learning new things here every day.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
That's very cool. That's very cool. Okay. 802 Blues.
Oh, that's what I hate about this.
802 Blues is saying, and with Sammy in the band, it really allowed Edward to display how well-rounded as a musician he is, in 802 Blues' humble opinion. Yeah, Eddie, he was able to write anything he wanted, and Sammy could sing anything. It wasn't like that previously. You know?
Yeah. Well, it didn't last very long either, because after the middle of the second tour, Sammy's voice had it. They had to start tuning down because, all those songs are not easy to sing. They're so complex for the vocals that they had to start tuning down.
Really? Tuning down below standard tuning?
Yeah. After the second tour, or not after the second tour, 93, they started tuning down to E flat. Because Sammy's voice, he couldn't do it in concert pitch anymore. Those songs are hard to sing.
Well, also the stuff sounds better. I mean, admit it. Everything sounds better lower. Sounds cooler. Right?
No.
I think so.
No, I beg to differ with you.
Well, it depends on what it is, I guess. I mean, you saw that video I posted on Instagram of a Snoopy flapping his ears. Oh, you're not on Instagram.
No.
I filmed. I was at Target last week, and I filmed. There's a Snoopy toy, right? And I think it must play the Peanuts theme. I think, although I don't know. I filmed it in slow motion, so it sounds really creepy. And yeah, I think everybody thought it was cool. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but yeah, I think a lot of stuff sounds better just tuned down slightly. Sounds heavier.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Yes. So,
yeah,
hey,
things do sound heavier tuned down, but that doesn't necessarily make them sound better.
Yes. Right?
What?
Sorry. Huh? Hey, does anybody want to call in? 415-952-3263. You can actually talk to us if you like. If you would like that.
Yeah.
Dave has his new headphones on.
I do. We can talk about those. Although I'm really not enjoying not being able to hear my voice as I speak.
It's weird, huh? It's strange. I know. It's a little. It's almost like your ears. It's like your ears are plugged up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like they're clogged. Yep. Mm-hmm. I don't like it, but I do like the headphones. I like them much better than the earbuds.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah. Earbuds, they just don't have. Well, I mean, they don't have the sound, and just the wire's too short, whatever,
Oh yeah, that wire is horrible.
Let's see. Mark's Classic Comics Discussion says, I don't agree with the statement of Eddie being able to open up musically without David Lee Roth. The first 6 albums are just tuned down a half step. It didn't change the range of music Eddie could do. It's just tuned a half step. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
We're not saying that it changed the range of music. It just his writing style
it changed.
His writing style changed.
Yeah, he was able to write things
That's all.
that in different
Whatever he
keys,
wanted to.
well, in different keys that Roth could never sing either. You know, like that song "Dreams." How how high Sammy sang on that?
Yeah, that's in the key of D.
Mm-hmm. Is it?
Oh no, I'm thinking When It's Love. When It's
I'm
Love
not
is
sure
in the
what key
key
it's
of
in,
D. Well, whatever.
but he was able to write more pop music, and that's. But that it goes with the times though too. When those albums came out, 08, 2, that was total MTV Raps, MTV Dance era. So 08, 2 really is a pop record if you really think about it. And that's why a lot of people they complain about the production of it. But compare it to anything else that was out around that time, it's very similar. The sound.
Yeah.
The sound and the songs that totally are perfect for that era are, the ballads. Feels so good.
I mean, Van Halen is going to sound like Van Halen no matter what style of music they write. But yes, it's a pop record. If picture a pop band playing those songs or singing those songs, a different band, it's the same type of sound, but it's Van Halen playing it, so it's Van Halen.
Mm-hmm.
Like Van Halen singing Happy Trails, it's a song from like the 30s or 40s. It's still Van Halen because they're doing it, but it's a song that, if Roy Rogers was singing it, you wouldn't think it was Van Halen, you wouldn't think it was a Van Halen song. Or even, Dance the Night Away. Dancing in the Streets. Dancing in the Streets was written in the early 60s by a Motown artist. You hear Van Halen doing it. Oh, it's a great Van Halen song. But is it a Van Halen song? No, it was written in the 60s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 They do a lot of different stuff, and I mean that's the thing though is the classic Roth Van Halen sound is really what the first two albums. You go anywhere from there. Okay, someone's calling in. Hey, you go anywhere from there, and it's more Eddie. It's more Eddie taking control, writing different things.
Yeah. I mean, when I first heard "Where Have All the Good Times Gone" on Diver Down, it was 1982. That record was brand new when I first heard it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was a Van Halen song. I thought they wrote it. I had no idea back then that the Kinks had wrote it and it was a hit for the Kinks.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
Hello?
Hey, Johnny.
Yes. Hi.
Hey,
Is that Eduardo?
Who is this? Can you hear me?
it's me,
Vinny, how you doing, man?
Oh, it's Vinny.
Can you hear me? Turn your stream down.
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's up, man?
Hey, I was just wondering. Look,
Huh?
hey, I was just wondering, what was Mustang's bass tone? What was Mustang's bass tone similar to Mikey's?
Huh? Can you hear him?
No, I can't hear anything he's saying.
What are you saying? Oh, there's a lot of echo. Vinny.
What was Mustang's bass tone similar to Michael Anthony's bass tone?
I can kind of. Okay, can you type? There's a chat box. I see it. Can you type your question there? It's really hard to hear you.
Okay, I'll try it.
Type it, okay? Okay. I think he was saying something about Wolfgang and Michael Anthony. He said something like, "What was the first time? It was the first time Wolfgang something Michael Anthony's bass something bass tone." And there's already a chat box open for him typing stuff. So, Vinny, yeah, type your question, okay? I couldn't. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Oh, Eduardo left us a message here. So what were you?
Yeah,
what
he
was. What were we even talking about? Yeah. But yeah, if you really want to talk, classic David Lee Roth Van Halen sound, it's really the first two albums, because the next album after that, Eddie's playing keyboards. And it started going in a different direction. Mm-hmm. Eddie started writing, different things.
Yep. It's still similar, but it was going in a different direction. You're right.
Eduardo said something. Hey, man.
Yeah, Eduardo was messaging me a whole bunch of stuff, and I couldn't
talk about the nightmare about the sustainer that Eddie uses badly on 2004 tour, and I think that's not only on 2004. In my opinion, Eddie just don't know to use a sustainer in his guitars.
Okay, all right. There's Vinny's question as well. Well, first of all, what do we think about Eddie's use of the sustainer? I mean, to me, I thought it was cool. I mean, to me, it was just him doing what he always did. Just made a new sound.
It's a new toy. Yeah, I think he overused it, just like he does with the wah-wah. I think he overuses that as well. Who am I to say what he does and what he doesn't do? It's Van Halen, and he can do what he wants.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so Eddie, he first started using the sustainer, I want to say maybe on Humans
in
Beane.
'98.
Humans Beane.
96. Yeah.
The Twister soundtrack, Humans Beane, and then that Respect the Wind, the Alex Van Halen song. That's Alex playing the piano. That's where we first started hearing the sustainer, right?
Yeah.
On record, anyway. Mm-hmm. And then and then it was all over.
I just think
it was all over the next. There was a series of several years where he used the sustainer, and I guess some people think he used it too much.
I'm one of them.
Well, I mean, for one thing, it defines an era. You can always go back. That's the great thing about Edward, is his sound and his style is he tends to have a certain sound for a number of years, and then totally flips it up and changes and does something else.
Yep.
And so that's something
Absolutely.
that's something that's cool. Is he's always changing his sound. He's always trying to do something different. I mean, he's like the Madonna of guitar. In a way, if you think about it.
Wow.
She was always changing her look. Her look was always different. Always.
Yeah. You're right.
And so for Eddie and his guitar sound, it was always different. Every few years, every album, every couple albums.
Yep. It's pretty crazy.
Vinny, so what Vinny was saying, he says, what I was saying was Wolfgang's bass tone to play live similar to Michael Anthony's bass tone?
No, not at all.
No. Michael Anthony didn't use any effects, really.
And he didn't use any distortion on his bass either.
Well, yeah.
And Wolfgang, all it is overdrive and distortion. That's what makes the new Van Halen sound much bigger than it was when Mike Anthony was in the band. It's bigger and more heavy because a lot of the distortion you hear is not just the guitar; it's coming from the bass.
Mm-hmm. And I think he's actually using EVH amps, guitar amps.
He's using those, and he's using Fender,
Yeah.
What do they call it? Bass amps as well, but he's mixing the two is what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. And he's using a wah pedal too, I believe.
Yeah. Yep.
You know. Oh, Eduardo is typing. I think the Sustainer was a gift from Steve Lukather. The Sustainer pickup, maybe? Or maybe Steve turned him on to the Sustainer?
I don't know.
Maybe. Because I think Eddie's the one that got Steve into Music Man guitars, right? The Luke?
Yeah, he got him the endorsement, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's a great guitar, the Luke. It's very cool. Oh, he's typing again.
Mm-hmm.
He's typing something. Let's see. Oh, Kyle Norton says Ed also used the Sustainer on the 1995 tour. The first. Right. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so he first started using it live in '95.
Really? I don't remember that.
The purple Music Man. The purple Music Man had a Sustainer in it.
Oh yes, you're right. Yes,
okay.
It did. Yes, it
Thank
did.
you, man.
I forgot about that.
Kyle, thank you, Kyle.
I forgot about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on the album at all. A Sustainer. No. Although it might have been, because why would he be using it live? Maybe that one Dinosaur song. Maybe there's a Sustainer in that. Is there? There might be. Anybody know? Vinny, do you know? That's right, though, man. Thanks for reminding us about that. Yeah. Because if you watch his the MTV footage, the professional footage of that '95 Pensacola show, you'll see during Eruption, his solo spot, he's using the purple Wolfgang, and it has a Sustainer pickup in it. Mm-hmm. Joe. Oh, Eduardo says I love the Luke model too. Yeah, it's great. Joe Wentz. Hey, Joe. He says, do you think Sammy and Eddie will ever record together again?
Who knows?
I mean, you never know. You never know. They could be recording together right now. You know?
Probably not, but you never know.
Because Eddie doesn't like letting things out until it's time.
Until he's ready.
Till it's there.
Until he's ready.
Till it's basically there, So who knows?
I'm the same way he is. Don't let the cat out of the bag until it's ready to be let out of the bag.
Where is your cat, by the way?
It's in the bag.
Art Tabor, good evening, man. Pete. See, we could just do Q&As nonstop. Didn't Ed use? Oh, he had. I think he had one. I don't know where did he use that? Pete says, didn't Ed use a Kramer Sustainer in the '80s? Well, he did.
Well, he had one.
When Kramer came out with the Sustainer guitar, Edward was in the ad. There's an ad of him playing, is it an orange one, where he's on the beach next to a campfire. Yeah. And I believe that was the last Kramer ad with Eddie in it. I remember seeing that ad on the back cover of a magazine and being like, oh, whoa, And then right after that, the Music Man guitars came out.
That's weird.
So he was in that ad.
That's weird.
But there wasn't there a Kramer with a Sustainer pickup in it? A striped Kramer
Yeah,
with the pickup in the
striped
neck?
Kramer, yeah. Yep. I have a photo of it. Let me take care of that. Let me get that for us.
So I wonder. Wow.
Hang on.
Wow. Thank you. Everybody's paying attention tonight. That's awesome.
Here you go. That's it right there.
Let me feature you so I can talk.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Yeah, that's the Kramer. That's the
guitar.
Kramer Sustainer. That's the pickup that they were pushing. So that's probably a guitar that they built for him, and then when they did the ad, he just used a production one for the ad.
Yeah.
But that's definitely that's definitely the same what's called the Kramer Sustainer.
Yeah, and this is in
That's the same thing.
1985. This one was made in 1985. If you look at the headstock, it's an 85.
Or it's just 85 parts that they're using.
Yeah, well, because you could tell the body is
because they released that guitar, the Kramer version of it. Well, the ad with Edward was from '89.
Right.
It was from '89, early '90 somewhere, and then right after that was when he went to Music Man. You know, I don't know if you've seen the ad. There's an ad with him sitting on a beach with a campfire, and he's playing.
I've seen it.
That was what was weird about that ad. I remember seeing that, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's he doing playing electric guitar on the beach? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you have that ad? We can find it right away.
I don't have it.
If anybody who hasn't seen it, let me find it really quickly, just to show you guys. And also, you're featured right now, so.
Okay. Cool.
Just to let you know.
Kramer. Sustainer. Add this.
Okay, here it is. I got it.
I got it too.
Stop presenting.
That's it.
I just stopped presenting you. Uh-oh. Here, let me do it. I'll do it because you.
Okay, you do it.
You're kind of blurry.
Yeah.
You're kind of blurry, but yeah, that's the guitar, the Sustainer.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot. There's probably a lot of you probably hasn't seen this. So that's basically the same guitar but that striped version is. I mean, somewhat. Same layout anyway.
Yeah, same layout, but I mean that body's not rounded. It's got a lot of 90-degree angles on it.
It's like, yeah, that's one of those Kramer, like, they're kind of square. The body's almost like a square, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what it says when you get right down to it, the Floydrose Sustainer is all you really need. That's the caption. And underneath that it says, only one guitar gives you complete control of the most potent sustain in the world. The Kramer Floydrose Sustainer guitar, total expression from a single guitar. Anywhere, anytime, any volume.
And then 2 weeks later,
well, it wasn't that soon, but it was
like a month. No, it's like a month or two after that.
It was
pretty.
This
guitar came out.
It was pretty quick.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, which is this. Like literally, like soon after we see this in the magazines. You know?
It's very funny.
That's cool, man. I remember exactly the first time I saw all these. Here's the ad. There's another ad. Oh, look how blurry I am. Here's the other ad. I remember this one too. And I remember thinking this ad. Oh, I know I'm blurry, but I'll show you something in a second. I remember seeing this ad and being like, "Whoa, that's weird," because it's a cartoon, but that is an actual photo that they made. Here's another.
I remember that too.
Sustainer ad. You know.
Yeah.
Where obviously he's really not playing that guitar on stage. and it's a cartoon. You know, but that photo is based off a real photo. If I'm playing the 5150, you know, it's so funny. I remember exactly when I first saw all these ads. You know, when you read the magazines.
Funny.
You know,
funny stuff.
I'm so blurry. What were we even talking about? I don't even know. Sustainers.
Yeah.
So you have one. You actually have a Fernandez sustainer in a Peavey.
Yeah. Yeah. My green Wolfgang behind me, top in the corner, right on top of my shoulder here, right here. That one right there.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever heard you play that one. I don't think you've ever plugged it in.
Oh.
On one of these.
Oh, I thought I did.
I don't think so. Did you ever make a video? Your own video with it?
No, not yet. Nope.
Yeah, you should. You should. Okay, I saw that. Oh, question for Dave. Stratosaur says, question for Dave. He mentioned once he was thinking about getting a white standard. Is that still in your plan? Are you buying it to customize it?
Yes. It's not one of the first things I'm going to do, but yes. I will do that.
That's a standard, as in a Wolfgang, one of the brand new.
Yeah.
One of the brand new Wolfgangs that just came from last NAMM.
The Snow White. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am going to do that. I'll put a German Floyd on it. I might actually put a black German Floyd on it to make it look more like the Trans Trem, Steinberger Trans Trem, but it will be an original black Floyd. And and do all that stuff to it.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll definitely be a fun thing.
802 Blues said Black and Blue is one of my all-time favorite Van Halen songs. Love that record. He's talking about
me too.
OU812. Did you know Black and Blue was the first single off that album?
I did.
Did you know that? Mm-hmm. There was no video. But that was the first single they released.
That's crazy. But yeah, I did remember that. And the B-side was Apolitical Blues, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. I had the cassette. I had what they called the cassingle.
Yeah.
I had that. I remember that. Yo. Okay, we got some more things here. Jimmy Biter. Is it Biter?
Yes.
He says this is for me. You're going to wear those headphones till they completely disintegrate, aren't you, Johnny? Yeah, probably. I'll wear them until I completely disintegrate. You know? At some point, you'll just see the headphones sitting here.
Oh, it's so funny. Headphones and glasses like this.
Yeah.
Maybe a beard. Just the beard, the glasses, and the headphones. That's it.
That's scary. Let's see. Mark's Classic Comics discussion. Are you still with us, Mark? I know Mark was doing his own broadcast at some point tonight. He might be splitting to do that himself. Subscribe to his channel. He's doing a comic book YouTube channel talking about comics and stuff. Mark's Classic Comics discussion. Mark is an MARC. What he was saying was, that's true. I do agree about it being more pop orientated. Is that the word? Oriented. Is that a word? And going that way.
Send you back to school. Sending you back to school.
Ron, is it Paget?
Yeah,
Paget?
Paget.
Says he uses 9s. Okay, he was talking about how he used 3 springs. He uses 9s, but the spring claw adjusted back with 3 springs or adjusted forward with 2 springs. Tension is the same. Okay, so if you have the spring, the claw further down, you can have 3 springs in there, and you can make it just as loose.
Right.
I'm gonna have to watch this. I'm gonna have to take this out of the thing to be able to read this other chat window that just opened up on my other laptop. Jim Nicholson's says hey Dave.
Jim Nicholson's with an S at the end. Nicholson now. Nicholson's.
Jim Nicholson's says, hey Dave, I see custom shop Charvels at the Music Zoo with the Tommy neck profile. I think those guitars are named after the store owner.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the neck profile is not. The guitars are not named after him, but the neck profile is the Tommy Coletti neck profile.
I feel like I should be singing a song now. Holding the mic. those of you who don't know, I have 2 computers. I got my main, Starship computer right here with the camera, and then I have a laptop over here, which I have everything open. All the chat. If you send me a message on Facebook, I see it over there. I see everything over there on that screen. Huh? And somebody else just said something. Oh, Stratosaur. Is that right? Oh wait.
Strata Nicholson's.
We have like many comments here to read. Where
Thank
was
God.
that? Oh, here we go. Yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We got 37 people. Stratosaur says, anyway, we can talk. Oh, anyway, we can talk Dave into showing us that green Peavey. He said
Sure.
Peavey, right? Hey, you could actually stand up and go get it, right? Or are you connected now?
I am connected, but I can unconnect. Hang on. How about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No. You can't
I hear you. No, yes, I can.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm not.
Yes, you're fine.
No, I'm not.
You're all good.
It's
I
not
hear
in here anymore. Hang on.
How can you hear me?
Hang on 1 second. Because now you're on the.
Greg Renoff just
of
tagged
the,
me in a
Thompson
photo.
camera.
Uh-oh. What photo of me did he find? No, I'm just kidding, Greg. Huh? Where'd he go? Oh. We wanted to see you. We wanted to see your shorts.
No.
It's cold out here in California. Even though I live 5 minutes from the ocean, you won't see me in shorts.
Not connected.
Can you hear me?
From the iPad.
Okay.
It's not coming through the device. Am I
What?
Is there any delay? Do you
No.
delay?
No, not really.
Not really.
It's a little weird, but not really.
Well, I'm shutting these off. Hang on a second. Oh, maybe they shut off. That's what it was.
Huh? I don't know. Who else said something? Oh, I think I read all these. Let me shut these windows.
Johnny, talk.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, they were off.
I
now
hear
they're
you.
on. Okay, you can hear me.
There he goes. Oh, you're wearing actual pants.
Yeah, I told you I was.
You could just stand back there.
Hush. All right.
All right, you show that off. I'll be right back.
Here's the Green Wolfgang. It's a Wolfgang Special Deluxe. And I have a Fernandez Sustainer pickup in it, like Ed's. Well, actually, his is a single coil version. This is also, they're all single coils, but this is meant to fit in the humbucker route. So the inside coil is the coil that works. This is a dummy. The other thing that I did to it is I put a regular Floyd Rose arm, just the arm, the old arm assembly on this, because I did not like the Peavey arm. It was too squishy, and this is much better. Looks like this whole plate is for the Sustainer this year, and it's great. Great guitar, feels great, plays great. Yeah, I dig it. Dig this guitar a lot. I wish I could field questions or stuff, but unfortunately I can't field questions because I can't see them.
Huh? Here, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Dutchy5150 says, "Hey guys, a couple weeks back, Dave mentioned Mick Mars owned the Kramer ad guitar. Not heard that before. Any more info on that?"
Yes.
And where'd you hear it?
It's a fact. If you look up the lineage on that guitar, I don't know exactly where to find it, but Lauren, who was Eddie's tech for most of Eddie's career back then, Eddie gave that guitar to him after the '83 World Tour. And then Rudy sold it to Mick Mars for $3,000 or something, stupid like that, some $3,000, $3,500, whatever. Because it was Mick. Mick loved that guitar. It was one of his favorite Van Halen guitars. So Mick bought a Vault, and when Mick and his wife divorced, she then destroyed the guitars that were in the Vault, and that guitar was in the Vault. So that guitar is no longer, it's gone. It's gone.
You're sure? You're sure about that?
Yep.
Because I had heard that it was possibly on display at a music store somewhere near me.
Nope.
That's what I heard. I don't even know where I heard that. I was gonna go. I was gonna go looking for it. It could be a different guitar.
Where did you hear that? Because so many different people.
I don't remember where I heard it.
Nobody,
I know I heard it.
You know that a lot of people think they know these guitars, and it's not actually the one.
That's the thing. Yeah, there's so many different striped guitars. Yeah, there's so many different ones. We're discovering new ones almost every day, aren't we?
Yeah.
Ones that are out there, ones that were given away. Yeah. We're discovering a lot of different ones, which is really, really cool. Because we love those things. There's just something about those black, those red, white, and black stripe, Kramers. That's just so cool. Just such cool guitars. Frank C. Hey man. Let's see. Whoa, what's going on?
I don't know. What's going on?
Oh, I'm like, my phone is going crazy. Okay, we have a million more comments here. Frank C says, "Good evening, guys. Enjoyed the weekend chats. Thank you. Yeah. We went live twice yesterday. We just happened to go live, like on one of these things, just on a Sunday, because Dave wanted to show off his Music Man guitar. He just put the original Floyd back on it, the Godot, and then I'm doing these vlogs every day. So I'm going live regardless. Like I'll be going live again later tonight, talking about, I don't know, probably same stuff. But yeah, thank you. So Frank C says, looks like Dave can now. Frank C, ladies and gentlemen, he says, looks like Dave can now go across the street to 7-Eleven and still be involved on the hangout, just like Dave Lucy.
Yeah, I guess so.
Remember that? In that one hangout we did, Dave Lucy like split, and then he came back, and you could hear him talking, and I'm like, dude, where'd you go? Were you just over at 7-Eleven? You don't remember that?
I do.
So it'll be like, Nesdall now, he'll split. We won't know where, he'll be outside somewhere, and he'll be like, hey, Nesdall, where'd you go? Oh, Johnny, I'm still here. Because you can hear him perfectly, even though he's like across the way, even though he's round back,
Round back.
That's why I said, man, if you got to use the bathroom, be careful, because we can hear you now.
Yeah, but I don't have to use the bathroom. It's all good.
Well, when you do.
I'll leave my headphones here.
RJ Van says, ordered a Wolfgang Standard today. Nice. Have a question. Are Schaller M6 mini tuners a direct fit? It's a cherry 3-tone burst, and I want to chrome it out.
Yes.
Are you sure? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. They're a direct replacement.
Okay, good. Very good. Nobody. You know what's funny is everyone. Huh? You know what's funny is everyone is trying to duplicate a guitar he paid like $147 for. You're talking about the original Frankenstein? Uh-oh. Eddie's original guitar, was like $150 guitar. And now everybody is like spending, thousands of bucks trying to make their own,
And it's really funny.
But you can still basically make that guitar for, well, it'd probably be, a couple hundred more by now these days, but you can still make a really, really great guitar for very, very cheap. Right?
No, because the quality these days of the wood is not the same as it was back then. It was what?
I heard some sort of like a doink.
No.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, quality's different.
And remember
the stuff back then. The stuff back then was better. The replacement.
But what you're forgetting is that he only paid for the neck and body $150 or what? It was 80 and 50. So it was $130
for the body, 80 for the neck.
80 for the neck. And that was just that. You gotta realize he either had the parts, the rest of the parts, or if he was to buy the rest of the parts, it would still be $400, $500.
Well, and that pickup,
a tremolo, the pickup.
That pickup he had in that guitar was the most expensive part of the whole guitar.
Yeah.
Especially these days.
Absolutely.
These days. How much does the original PAF go for now?
$3,000 if it's double black.
These days.
If it's a zebra, probably $5,000. If it's a double white, for one.
Yeah, and he used to destroy pickups left and right. Experimenting with the coffee can paraffin wax, sex wax.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something a lot of people don't know, or some people, I guess, kind of know the stuff. Edward destroyed a lot of guitars in the early days.
He certainly did.
Till he finally got that one specific guitar that everybody loves now. You know, but even after that, he was still busting stuff up. Even now, I'm sure he probably busted a couple guitars today already. You know, why not?
Wouldn't doubt it.
Why not? Nobody says yes. Nobody says yes.
So,
Nobody. How come I have to approve your comments now?
I don't know. So are we done with this guitar? Did we look at it? Are we good? We're all
Good evening, Stacy K. Yeah, I think so. Okay, we read that. Oh, hey, Super Junior. David Allen. Good evening, EVH guitar aficionado.
Nardo.
He just started listening to this. Thank you, man. Has server updates to Windows 2016. Needs to get a Fernandez sustainer kit to put into a Peavey special, like your guitar. He wants to mount a trans trim that he got online. That he just got. Cool.
Well, it's not going to mount as easily as you think. You have to cut a lot of that body away for it to happen.
What, the trim?
Yeah. It doesn't just sit flat on the body.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be recessed, actually.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I read a lot of this stuff. Blackie DH said he went to see Kiss on Friday night. They were amazing. Has anybody seen Kiss on this recent tour? Have you gone to see Kiss?
No. Not even remotely interested.
Last time I saw Kiss was '96. I saw them
the original
tour.
comeback.
Yeah, down in Irvine, California.
That's the only one. That'd be the only Kiss, worth seeing.
No Doubt's hometown, I think. You know, speaking of No Doubt, right before they came out, a friend of mine, a singer I was working with at the time, she moved up here, well, to Oakland anyway. I remember we were writing songs, we were songwriting together, and she was telling me about this band that just hit the radio called No Doubt. They had this song, Spiderwebs, and she's like, "Have you heard that song?" And this is before I'd heard of them, right? So this was '95 sometime. And she's like, "Oh yeah, they're friends of mine. They just hit it big." And then it was right after that where
they blew up.
Where I heard them. Yeah. And the same friend of mine, the one that grew up with No Doubt, that knew them, her name is Cassie. I haven't seen her in years. I have no idea where she is. I remember right after she was telling me that, she's also like, "Oh, I was just on The Price is Right. I won like an oven or something." And then literally a month later, I turn on Price is Right, and there she is.
Wow. I won an oven.
That was still Bob Barker too. So that was still.
Oh yeah.
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 Let's
now
see.
it's who Drew Carey now?
I don't. Maybe. Does anybody know? I haven't watched the. I haven't seen the show in years. I used to like watching the reruns on Game Show Network. All the original Bob Barker episodes from the 70s, 80s. Awesome. I still watch them. You can find completed episodes on YouTube, and I'll sit there at the table with dinner and watch them on my iPad.
Mm-hmm.
That's the stuff I watch. Oh, here's a question. Oh yeah. You asked this question before, right? And we didn't get to it, I think. Pete says, "Johnny, can you ask Dave? Pete wants to make a replica of Vito Bratta's white ESP Strat. And so he's asking, do you know if the 1980s ESP Strats from 48th Street in New York are the same shape as the Fender Strats, or are they a little different? Also, what tuners do they have on them?
I could only speculate. I don't know for a fact, but I would imagine the tuners are Schaller minis. I would imagine, I know that it was an ESP. I know the Strat was an ESP. So, I would say that 48th Street custom guitars from the 80s would be that guitar body. Because as long as it's a Strat shape and it has a humbucker route in the bridge, I would imagine it's the same body or the same style. I think that the body is actually alder. I don't think it was an ash body. If it was ash, it probably would have been sunburst. And I know that Vito had a sunburst one as well for the I'll Wait or Wait. I guess the name of the song was called Wait.
Wait.
Yeah.
I had that album.
Same guitar as the white one, but an ash body sunburst.
Yeah. And he had the logo. He had the white line logo right on the pick guard.
He also on the white guitar. The white line logo was on.
And he played one of those white Steinbergers.
Yeah, it was later on down the line.
The big body.
Yeah.
Later on, what? Probably like a year later.
No, the next record. Record.
Like it was probably like a year afterwards. Right?
I don't think it was a year afterwards, but it was on the next record. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, I remember having the original album. Maybe whatever album was that song "Wait" you're talking about.
Yeah.
Or When the Children Cry. Remember that?
Same record.
Was that the first one, or was that a second one? Or
first record.
Okay.
Actually, it's the first record that they made it big on. I'm not sure if that's their first record.
They probably had a record before that, yeah, like an Independent or something. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, I had that album when I was a kid. I remember listening to that, and yeah, I bought a lot of that stuff. Because you see the videos on MTV,
Yeah, and they were great. I mean, James Lamonslow, the bass player, he became Roth's bass player.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait is on their second record, Stefan says.
There you go.
Those albums, a band like that, MTV, they put out a new album like every year or two.
Every 2 years. I mean, because the album came out and they toured for a year.
They tour for a year, and then they come back, they make another record. Yeah. Remember back in the day, I mean, this is way before my time, Van Halen made a new record every year up until what? 84? They took longer to record 84. Every record before that was every year. 78, 79, 80, 81, 82. 84 was made in 83, but released 84. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was before my time. I didn't get into Van Halen until 85, because of Edward's guitar piece in Back to the Future. That's what got me. That's what got me into this whole thing. I wouldn't be sitting here right now talking to you if it wasn't for that. Huh?
Yeah. You were still in Romper Room back then.
Yeah. No, actually, my sisters were. My sisters were actually on Romper Room, and they yelled at me. They said for years and years and years, my parents said, "Johnny, you taped over Romper Room. You taped over that video." I got blamed for 20 years for that. Finally, one day, I find the VHS tape. I put it in. My dad and me, and then maybe somebody else. We're sitting there and we're watching it, And my dad and everybody's like, "Oh, Johnny didn't really tape over that all these years. Here's the tape." And as we're watching it, the thing melts. Tape gets spit out of the machine. It's gone. Right?
That's funny. Yeah.
So,
that's so funny.
Although I do blame my parents for taping over my honeymoon video with Alan McBeal. That is true.
That's crazy.
You know? Yeah.
That's absolutely crazy.
You know, back in the day, you would grab whatever tape to tape, you know. That's why I don't watch TV anymore, man. Well, I guess nowadays it doesn't matter. You can DVR anything or whatever. But back when you had to tape a show every Monday night, oh, we got to tape Melrose Place in 90210, you know. And then I would have friends. Who would ask me. They'd be like, "Oh, my girlfriend doesn't want me watching this. Can you tape Melrose Place for me?" And I would tape the show, and we'd watch it, and then I'd give the tape to them. You know? The '90s was a fun time, man. I'll tell you. I miss the '90s. I really do.
I don't.
Nobody says he should check out the Red Beach guitar, the Ibanez with the back cut out. I think a trans trem would work for that, he says. I don't know. Hey, kid.
Yeah, I don't think it would either. I don't think it would because you're going to have those posts for the edge tremolo. It doesn't need to be totally gone. It just needs to be routed. It has to have enough clearance. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Red Beach, I met Winger in 1990. Yeah, and I remember giving I remember giving Red Beach some guitar picks. I had my own custom picks at the time, except they weren't really. It was a regular Fender pick, but you know those little stars you could buy, little tin, probably the same stars that's on the Kramers. There was red ones, blue ones, green ones, gold ones. Remember, you'd buy them in little packs.
Right.
I would put those little stars on my guitar picks and made them. Since I did that, they became my own custom picks. Right. This is when I was a kid, so I remember, you know, giving Red Beach a couple of those. And I'm like, look, these are my picks, and he's like, oh wow, awesome. You know.
Yeah. Well, at least he was cool about it.
Oh yeah, he was nice. He was super nice. Rod Morgenstein, is that the drummer?
Yeah.
The drummer.
He's from here. He's from here, by the way.
I remember saying, dude, I remember saying, dude, is it true you're always smiling when you're playing the drums? He's like, yep. He's like, I'm always smiling, always having a great time. I remember saying something to Kip Winger because I'd seen him previously. He was at the Cabo Wabo and they opened the thing up on MTV, right? And on the footage, it's him and Rachel Hunter, and he's like, you got to be here. This place is amazing. And I said to Kip, I'm like, man, the Cabo Wabo, that looks like an awesome place, huh? And he's like, nah, it was all right. You know, just total. You know, I was like, dang.
Yeah.
You know?
He's the reason why that band never made it big.
I remember he was yelling at a girl, too. This girl was trying to take a photo with him, and the camera didn't go off. And he was, like, trying to get rid of her, you know? He's like, you had your one chance, you know? So ever since then, I'm like, man, that guy's kind of... He's not
nice.
Not a nice guy.
No. Not a nice guy. Hate that.
Well, who knows? I don't know. Yeah, I was super into Winger though, man. I'm sorry. I'll admit that. Not now. Nowadays, you won't catch me listening to Winger. But back in 89, 90? Yeah. Yeah, you know. That album was 17. Ugh.
Yeah.
There were some good songs on that one.
She's only 17.
She's
only
lyrics,
17.
and that guy was 30 or something. So it's just wrong. That song is just wrong, man. Some good songs on that album though. The ballad, Headed for a Heartbreak or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. And the album after that was pretty good too, you know. Can't Get Enough, whatever.
I don't remember the record.
Yeah, Can't Get Enough.
Oh, Can't Get Enough.
Yeah. That was good stuff.
And then what happened? Winger broke up, and Red Beach decided he was going to have horrible tone for the rest.
Well, the other guy left. Who's the other guy? The other guitar player. Yes, that guy split, and another guy joined. And they had an album called I want to say Pull, maybe. And by that point, I'm like, I I didn't care anymore, so I never bought that album. That was probably like '93. You know, by that time I'd rather listen to Stone Temple Pilots. You know.
Right.
Super Junior said, "I got the midnight series. I got the midnight release of Jump, January 1st, 1984, at 12 a.m. Ed never wanted to do the US Festival due halfway through 1984 recording, but Steve Wozniak paid $1 million to Van Halen to headline the show. Steve Jobs.
I thought it was a million. I thought it was $1,001. $1,001,000.
Steve Jobs never supported Steve how do you pronounce his name? For production of the US Festival in '82 and '83. That's something a lot of people don't know. People always think about Van Halen and the US Festival. What's that? There was other US festivals.
Nothing.
Previous
Phone
years.
just turned on.
You know, there was several different US festivals. The Police played it in '82. Believe it or not. That's why it was never repeated in '84. Oh, an S Fest? Something I always wondered. Thank you, David Allen. Something that I always thought was kind of strange, and I think somebody made some good points about that online, but there's an interview with Edward where he's talking to, who was it? I forget the interviewer, but they're talking about, this is back in '83, right when '84 came out, right when it came out maybe, or right before. It must have been when it came out, and they begin the interview where the guy's asking him about the US Festival and what he thought of it. And one of the things that Edward says, he says that something like the only song that we were able to do was Jump. Right? So for years, I'm thinking, what? They played Jump at the US Festival? But we never saw it? Or whatever? And so for years, I wondered about that. And then somebody had mentioned online that maybe what he was saying was that's a song that they could have done, but didn't do. Like at the time, like they had the song ready, and they could have done this. They could have played Jump at the US Fest, but they didn't.
But wait a second. But they did House of Pain in the middle of Somebody Get Me a Doctor.
Yeah. That's right. But yeah, so I always wondered about that quote. You know? And then the rest of the interview, they're basically talking about Edward's the TV soundtrack stuff he did for, you know, Seduction of Gina and you know, Valerie's movie and Starfleet and all this other stuff. You know.
Right.
But anyway. Yes. Yeah, and thank you everybody for listening or watching. You can see us.
Yeah.
It's cool. We've been on now for what, an hour?
Hour and 45?
Hour 40. About an hour and 40 minutes.
Hour 42?
Dang. Man. Wow. Nobody says, and we're just reading comments. We have no
content tonight.
Well, it's Dave's headphones. Dave has new headphones. Let's talk about that for 3 hours.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Nobody says, how about Zebra, the guitar player, would come to our college all the time at Five Towns?
I went there. 1989.
Pete says, I always loved Red Beach's Candy Blue 1987 Pacer Deluxe.
Yeah. Nice guitar.
That was actually, what was that, one of those flip-flop finishes?
Yeah.
Where it
was
actually
candy
changed.
blue, turned
Changed
purple,
color.
turned green.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the actual name of the of the paint was Chameleon. I think it was called Chameleon.
Hmm. Yeah, back at that time, Kramer was still really big. I mean, it was everybody on MTV, every guitar player was playing a Kramer. You know, Eddie was the only one playing the custom, Kramer, the 5150 or whatever. But everybody else you saw playing, they were playing those guitars with like the shark, like the headstock with the big logo, the big Kramer
Yeah.
logo where it's big and gets small.
And that's actually the start of the downfall of Kramer guitars, because they were giving all those guitars away to all these guys. They were not making any money. The band Enough's Enough, they gave that guitar player like 40 guitars. I mean, how do you
40?
survive? Yeah, there was a lot of guitars that they gave that guy. Yeah. Like, they made the same guitar in every color under the sun for him. Like all those day glow colors. If you look at their big video, there's they show off all the guitars in the video. I don't remember the name of it.
That one song. It's like a cartoon.
There was
they're like floating.
two songs. There was
like
a
floating
fast
around.
song.
They're like floating around, like in the sky and stuff.
That was one of them. There was two. There was a ballad as well.
I think that was the ballad.
Oh, then that's not the one. It's the other song.
Yeah, man, Kramer's.
But yeah, everyone that was using Kramer guitars back then, Kramer gave them the guitar. No one was buying any. They were all getting free guitars. And how does a company stay in business when everyone's getting free guitars?
Michael Smith says he saw Zebra play in a park in the Bronx. Zebra. So what band is that? That's a person?
No, Zebra was a band. They had a song called "Tell Me What You Want" on MTV back in the early '80s. They had two hits. It was a trio. I believe it was a trio. And Randy Jackson is the guitar player and singer, and he still plays here on Long Island every week. Whether or not it's with the band or as a solo, and he still does all those songs. And
Randy Jackson,
thing is,
not the bass player.
Randy, no,
not American Idol.
No.
Wasn't that his name, Randy Jackson?
Different Randy. Yes.
That dude, he was in
Different
Journey
Randy
for a while too. The guy from American Idol. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. Different Randy Jackson. Yeah, he still has it. It's a BC Rich double neck guitar that he still plays it every night. Still, thing, the whole '80s.
Be right back.
Shebang. Anyway, yeah. Hey, thanks for letting me know. So yeah, that's Randy Jackson. He still plays on Long Island. So yeah, hey, if anyone has any other questions about any of my gear, the mailbox. We should talk about the mailbox. Mailbox that you see behind me. We're still doing a drawing for that. It's probably going to happen in September sometime. I just got a message on Facebook. Draw it. When are you going to draw it? And I'm thinking sometime in the beginning of September, we'll draw it. Some lucky winner will win that mailbox. I'm starting to get a lot of names, and it's all good. So we'll do the drawing real soon. It'll be fun.
What?
About the mailbox for a message. Someone wanted to know when we're drawing for the mailbox. And I said that we'll do it sometime in the beginning of September.
He wanted to get like 1,000 people to write their names down.
Yeah, not going to happen. But I have close to 300 people.
Man.
Yeah.
Whoa. I just got a text. Real quick, Pete says, Johnny, listen to Winger's Karma album. Completely didn't sound very good. I don't know if I could listen to any new Winger. I don't know if that's just not my thing. You know?
Yeah, I really couldn't listen to it back then either.
Although I would still listen to those other albums. You know? But one of the problems I have is just that era of music. I mean, I know a lot of people love it. Myself, I wasn't such a huge fan of that stuff. I would listen to it. But, you know, when I listen to that stuff, to me, it's just so dated. The production, especially the production, because that music never went away, really. You know? Thanks to the internet now, we know there are still bands out there that still play that kind of stuff that never stopped, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And there's a lot of bands now that play the stuff new. You know, that style has come back. But the production of some of that, you know, all that reverb on that snare drum, you know,
it's crazy.
To me, I'd rather listen to Sinatra live at the Sands or something, you know. That's more my style. Jimmy Bider says the song "If My Mind Is Evil" by White Line is awesome. Cool. I'll have to listen to some of the stuff. There is a band that I was kind of listening to earlier. I know I talked about them on a hangout yesterday or the day before. That Roxy Blue.
Yeah.
That was one of those bands where I said, oh, they were, you know, trying to be Van Halen, and, you know, the singer kind of does the kicks like Roth, the guitar player is making all the faces like Eddie. He's wearing knee pads like Eddie, you know, playing a Frankenstein-looking guitar with tape and the pick on it, all that kind of thing, right? And yeah, they came out right at the tail end of that whole thing. They were literally around for like probably less than a year nationally, and then goodbye, gone.
I never heard of them.
Yeah. Turns out the guitar player, he's now a dentist, actually. You know?
So he quit his day.
Yeah. But I've been watching some of their videos. You know? Hello. Hey, who said who is this? Somebody's texting me.
Johnny, would you like a fresh raspberry?
Oh, yes.
Open your mouth.
Those things match your headphones, man. Eric Broadbent says James
Lamanzo?
Lamanzo?
Yeah.
Is a buddy of his.
That was Roth's bass player.
They did a video project together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I hear all kinds of noises.
Yeah, I'm getting texts now. I'm getting YouTube comments and I'm getting texts to my phone. That number I gave out, that 415-952-3263. Anybody can text that number, and I'll get the text in my phone. Or they can call it.
Apparently I'm getting the text in my ears.
Yeah. Stefan says Wait was their second release, as in White Line. That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know what the first record was.
Nobody says the 48th Street were kind of a built for each customer, but they were expensive. So they were custom.
Yeah.
That's weird. Why am I having to approve your comments too? That's strange. Maybe you posted a link at some point and now it thinks all your comments are spam, so now it's making me approve them all. And Stefan says they are Schaller minis. Dave has it all right. I'm an ESP geek.
Yes.
And
And
nobody says somebody must be blocking me. No, I think what happened maybe is you posted maybe you posted a link in the comments, and so now it's acting like it's making me. I can still read all your stuff, but it's wanting me to approve your comments. Stefan says, "Do you guys like Steel Panther?"
yes, I do. I love that band.
I've never heard them. I know of them. I know exactly who they are. I've seen some of those guys walking around. I've seen the singer walking around, and apparently I was on a Guitar World video with the guitar player and didn't even know it. I walked right past him when he was like talking.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody told me. Somebody's like, Johnny, look at this. And I'm like, oh, whoa. Surprised I didn't see that. But nowadays, anybody can film with anything. So you don't have to actually see a big camera anymore to actually not know you're being filmed. Michael Smith says, how do we enter the drawing for the mailbox? You write Nesdall a letter. He puts it in the mailbox.
Don't listen to anything that this guy says. Dale Wolf, who actually made the mailbox for us, who gave us the mailbox, he has a post on the Eddie Van Halen group and a few of the other groups as well. Every couple of days, he bumps up the post so it gets to the top of the forum. So when you see photos of the mailbox and you see everyone's name, just put your name in the comments of the mailbox.
Wouldn't it be easier if they just tagged you, if they put your name in it? Because you'd be notified.
Yeah.
But you said don't listen to anything I'm saying, so what do I know? And I have nothing
to do with it.
I have nothing to do with that mailbox. It's all Dave's idea. So, but I'm just saying, to make it easier for you to be notified, to write them down on your notepad, have people tag you in the post, in the comment, put at David Nesdall, and immediately you'll be notified, and you'll see right away, oh, so-and-so tagged you, so-and-so mentioned you. That's what it says, so-and-so mentioned you. And I think it'd be easier. Easier that way. Mark's Classic Comics. Mark's Classic Comics Discussion. Yeah, go subscribe to his channel. It's a brand new channel. And I guess he's not doing a live video tonight, he said. I think he was going to, and I think now. He says, Dave, how's the new EL34 amp compare to some of your others? Are you liking it?
I do. I love it. It's just too loud. It's too loud for the house. It'd be a great recording amp. It'd be a good amp to take live in a big area, outdoors maybe. Can't listen to it at low volumes. It doesn't sound good at low volumes. But once you kick the master up, it's really good. There's four or five Van Halen records. It's really amazing. Sounds like that.
Mm-hmm. Super Junior says Queensryche, Chris DeGarmo? Is that it?
Yeah.
And Michael Wilton played the White Kramers in '84 through '86. The Rage of Order tour. Now Chris is a commercial pilot.
It's crazy.
Nobody says Randy Jackson looked ridiculous in Journey. He was huge. Well, he was wearing the spandex. And he's a big guy. So to see a big guy wearing spandex, Plus it was like, polka dotted pink. Look up some of those videos. There's footage. There's live footage of them. What year was he in Journey? 86?
86.
Yeah, look up some Journey footage from '86, and you'll see Randy Jackson from, as most of you know, from American Idol, and you'll see him playing bass with Journey. You know, he's wearing spandex.
He wasn't as big as he is now, though.
Brandy. Yeah, Howie and I, we took our walk earlier. You know, before this, because usually like right now, I'd be like having to split to take our walk.
Yeah, what a good girl.
Nobody says, I have to say that the last Kramers were horrible.
I agree. 88, 89, 90 are all horrible. The last good Kramer, as far as I'm concerned, was 1986.
Jimmy Biter says, remember the band Phantom Blue?
Nope.
Were they, was it all female? Was that Phantom Blue? I remember, you know, years and years ago when I worked at this guitar shop in Berkeley, Alex Skolnick from Testament taught guitar lessons. And this is after he had left Testament, you know, but he's back in Testament now, you know, but he was teaching lessons. And I remember somebody came by the shop and they were talking. And I remember I was standing there. I used to smoke back then. So I remember the thing was I would take 4 15-minute cigarette breaks an hour or something, you know. And so I'd be standing out there next to the lesson room by the door, and Alex would be out there. And I remember him talking to this girl. And I think she was like the guitarist in Phantom Blue. I think. Is that right? If they were all female, that, yeah.
Wow. It's pretty crazy. By the way, I spoke to Andy Alidor today, and he told me that the
Satriani?
the camp, yeah, the Satriani camp was amazing. And he said Alex Skolnick was fantastic. Everyone, you know, he said that everyone thought that this was the best that Vi has ever played in his career at this camp. And he was just ridiculous. Everyone, including Satriani, everyone had their jaws dropped when they watched Vi. It was just ridiculous. And you got to think of the company that he was in. Eric Johnson, Satriani, Mike Keneally, Alex Skolnick. All these guys were there, and Vi, they were all in awe of Vi's playing. He was just stupid how good it was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's great. I grew up on his albums. You know, what was the one? Skyscraper. I mean, that one. I was all over that one, and then the Whitesnake record. You know.
Oh yeah, yep.
I had that, and then
Great
I did have that solo album, Passion and Warfare. Was that it?
Yeah.
I had that. You know.
Great record.
I think I even had Flexible on like a tape or something.
Yeah.
You know. I had all that stuff.
Really good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, he's great. He's great. Well, that's cool. That's really cool, man. Garrett King says, I didn't think the EL34 amp was out yet. He's talking about a different amp.
See that amplifier that's behind me, that cabinet, the head and cabinet? That's the EL34 amp that I'm talking about right there. That's my EL34 amp. It's not a high gain amp.
It's a different brand.
Yes. It's not a 5150 amp. Close.
Mm-hmm.
It's for all intents and purposes, it's a plexi. It's like a Marshall plexi on steroids. It's 50 watts, hand wired, EL34 based, like a Friedman Brown Eye type of amplifier. It's really, really different. It's good. Really good.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like the Van Halen amp. The Van Halen amp can't even touch this amp, in my opinion.
The one coming out,
Correct.
right?
The
Well,
one
I mean,
the one coming
you
out.
still haven't heard it. You've just heard, you know. I know what you're saying though. You're saying
It doesn't do what this does.
Different. It's different.
Yeah, it doesn't do what this does. The 5153 EL34 is still a 5150 amp. It's just a different animal. That it's very, very high gain. This is not.
It's a hot rodded 5150 version of that sound.
Yeah, it's also 100 watts, but it's not. It really doesn't sound anything like this. It really doesn't. It's this. You're going to hear more of the power tube section than the preamp section. The 5153 EL34 amp, you're going to hear. You know, it's got a lot of gain, a lot more gain than this does. Listen to the Diver Down record or 1984, and that's what this head here sounds like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, you should do some demos.
I need to do it when there's nobody around because it's so loud that it moves a lot of air, and for me to do that, Dennis needs to be gone. The tenant upstairs needs to be gone. The people across the street, my mom and her husband need to be out. Need to be off the property. It's I'm telling you that
you can't even be that
there. Loud.
You can't even be there. But thanks to those headphones, now you don't have to be there either. You could be at 7-Eleven getting a squishy, playing through that thing.
What's a squishy?
It's the Quickie Mart version of a Slurpee. You know, a chutney squishy.
No, I don't know anything about it.
Let's see. Oh man, really? Jimmy is telling me some things.
Oh yeah.
That's too bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna. It's in the comments. So I don't want to repeat it on here, but that's too bad.
You'll tell me afterwards, I guess.
Yeah. Well, basically, he's telling me that the girl that I had seen that was talking to Skolnick has since passed away.
Oh no.
So that's too bad. Garrett King, Johnny, have you or Dave ever been a dork? Have you ever been a dork? I was gonna say yes. Have you or Dave ever been endorsed by a company?
I think both of us have, right? Not something I it's not really worth talking about. But yeah.
Oh, it's just a question. Just a question.
Yeah.
Myself, yes. Yes, I was in a band that had an endorsement with Fender and Gibson at the same time, and I had a string endorsement, and I have a pick endorsement. Like how I say, hey, like my page, I'll send you a pick. Yeah, I need to reorder some of those things. I'm out of them. That's the thing. I'm sorry to say, and I hope nobody's watching this. Yeah. Do not say on a video that gets 100,000, 200,000 views that you'll give anything free away, because you'll be asked for years, every day, from people. But no, I still do. If you're watching this, yeah, I still give those picks out. I still do it. I just sent one out a couple days ago. If I would have known those videos would have gotten 200,000 views,
You wouldn't have said, "I'll give you a pick."
I wouldn't have said. Well, yes,
think
of course.
That maybe that's the reason why it's got so many views.
Possibly. Maybe. That's the thing, is you can't predict this stuff with YouTube, with being a YouTuber, with going viral. You can't you can't predict what's going to be what's going to be big, you know? And that's what happened with me. That's one of the reasons why I'm sitting here doing what I'm doing. Somebody's asking me now if they can have a pick. Because I filmed a video of my dog, Howie yawning, and not thinking anything of it. I've told this story a couple times, but that was the main reason I made this channel, was for my dog, for videos of him. I film a video of him yawning, and it sounds like he's talking. You know, watch the video. Look on my channel, or just Google Howie the Dalmatian yawning or whatever. Or just Google Howie the Dalmatian, and it'll pop up. He's like the only Howie Dalmatian there is on the internet. But so I upload this video, not just like, whatever, just put it up, not thinking anything. You know, a week later, somebody sends me an email, somebody I don't even know, and they're like, hey, man, your dog is on the Yahoo front page. You know? And then he was featured on AOL, you know, all this stuff. And after that, all of a sudden, people started flocking to my channel. And then, but it wasn't until 2009 where I actually started like making music. No, I did. Actually, I did. I was putting music stuff up, like my own original stuff. But I didn't start doing the guitar lessons or the Eddie lessons or whatever until about 2009 and then, or 2008. And then a couple of those, or a few of them, just like blew up. You know, so that's the thing now, where no matter where I go on Instagram, or I can even go to a Van Halen concert and somebody will say, hey, aren't you Johnny Beane? I learned this. I learned how to play this because of you, you know? I hear that all the time. I can just like somebody's photo on Instagram and they go crazy because I liked their picture. You know?
Yeah, you're a regular goddammit.
It's like there's this whole generation of kids now that have grown up learning some of these licks because of those videos I did. You know, and it's cool. It's very awesome. It's very cool, and that's one of the reasons why I can sit here and do this now. You know.
Yeah.
Because of that. So I appreciate it. It's very, very cool. What was that? A bark?
What?
Oh. Michael Smith. Have either of you guys played a Fender? Does it say machete? Machete? Is that an amp?
I don't know what that is.
Machete.
Machete. I don't know what that means.
He says he's a 50-watt combo version, and it's amazing. Sounds amazing.
Cool.
Bill Camporis says, Johnny, can I have a guitar pick? Yeah, of course. If you want a guitar pick, send me a message on Facebook at Guitarist Johnny Beane. Oh, and go and like that page too, by the way. Guitarist Johnny Beane. The avatar is Guitar Player Magazine with me and Edward. I was featured in Guitar Player a couple times doing these lessons.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Mitch says, howdy, gents.
Hello, Mitch.
We've been on here for like 2 hours. You mentioned headphones a couple minutes ago, and maybe I missed you talking about them. Do the headphones have some sort of sentimental value to you, Johnny? These things? Well, in a way they do, because I've used them for so long. I've used them for like 10 years. And they have that sound. You know how you like, I do all my own music, recording, production, producing, mixing, everything I've done with this pair. Not just this pair, I had 2 pairs. The other one's broke somewhat recently. So I had 2 pairs of headphones I've been using for like 10, 11 years. And these ones are now on their way out, you know, as you can see. Although they still work. But you know, you have this one particular sound that you're used to. And that's what these headphones have for me. I do need to get some new ones though, but that's the problem. Nesdall and I were actually talking about this before we jumped on here. He called me up when I was out walking with Howie, and he was telling me he just bought those headphones, and I was telling him, I was telling him, well, yeah, I'd love to try them. I'll have to try them before I buy them to make sure they have this sound or something. It has to be close. I mean, when it comes to sound, I'm very, very. It has to be right. You know, it has to be right because I've tried other headphones. I can't play guitar with them. I can't record with them. I can't mix with them. You know.
Well, Dr. Dre says that with these headphones, you hear exactly what the artist hears.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to try those things.
They're really good. I'm not in the crowd at all. I don't care what the newest, biggest.
Where'd you go? Oh, there you are.
Best Buy.
No, I mean I can't see you. You're.
I'm here.
Your signal is
Anyway.
kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know why.
You're frozen actually. Although I can hear you though.
I am. Hang on a second. Right back.
I think. Yeah, you can jump out and come back. Paul Rodden. Is it Rodden? Roden. Says, I remember watching your lessons and never seeing your face and wondering
Is that any better?
what you look like.
Is that any better?
Oh yeah. Paul Roden was saying he used to watch my lessons, and in those early lessons, you never saw my face. In most of them, you never saw what I looked like. And so he was saying,
right.
He wondered what I looked like. You know. So that's why I was shocked when at that last Van Halen concert I went to, this 2 people recognized me at the concert.
Because it's your voice, because you sound like you.
Well, no. I got out of my car and I'm walking to the sidewalk, and this kid's like, "Aren't you Johnny?" And then we're sitting there watching Van Halen. This kid in front of me turns around during the concert. Another kid, and he's like, "Are you Johnny Beane?" They couldn't hear me, but so I was shocked that they knew what I looked like. But that was cool to me because that proved that they actually watched my videos, like these, like this, or like the vlogs, those Veda things I've been doing for a few years. You know, that have nothing to do with music or whatever. I mean, these things do now, but that's really cool. I mean, it shows that people actually watch this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so thank you, everybody, because that's the reason I do these things is to entertain people to
yeah. Well, it's absolutely the reason why.
Have a good time. That's the reason why Nesdall and I are sitting here right now talking to you guys. Because see, we could be doing this by ourselves in a private call on FaceTime, whatever. But it's like, we talk about this stuff anyway. We might as well just make it public and let other people enjoy it and take questions. That's the reason we started doing this. And then it turned into, we just both happen to know a lot about Van Halen stuff. We can talk about Van Halen stuff, But now it's like, yeah, it's great talking about that stuff. But also, I want to open it up and talk about everything. Everything,
Yeah. Everything like, what you had for lunch.
Yes. I just, my lunch was this yogurt right here. I'm not kidding. I'm starving. My stomach just growled.
I heard it.
You heard that?
Yeah, that's why you think I said what I said.
Joe Wentz. Joe, who's actually starting his own podcast. He attributes to watching these. Check out Joe Wentz. Go subscribe to his channel. Joe, Joewentz. Joe just messaged me. He's saying, I learned the Darth Vader Back to the Future riff from your video, Johnny. Mm-hmm. And that was recent. That was just like, what, 5 months ago? 6 months
a few months ago. A few months ago.
It wasn't even that long ago.
Crazy.
Let's see.
Very cool.
Yeah. Let me know when you're getting sleepy. Because we're sitting here doing this for 2 hours. We're going to jump back on in like 3 hours.
3 hours?
For my Veda. This isn't even my vlog. This is something totally different.
I know that, but that long? I have to wait that long?
You just unplugged yourself.
I did?
Oh, okay. Stefan says, I started downloading these live shows and putting them on my phone as podcast. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, man. That's very cool. That's very cool.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
something Philip McKnight said as well. He does that. He downloads them. He listens to them as he's driving into his shop. He says, and that's cool. That's really cool. I mean, it's awesome. You don't have to look at us.
Right.
You know. I mean, to me, making it a podcast. You know, and it's so crazy because this is something I never would have dreamed I would ever do. I still can't believe I'm sitting here doing this. I'm so embarrassed right now
Why?
doing this. Believe it or not, because it isn't me. It's not my personality to be sitting here doing this. But I've forced myself to do it. You know, thanks to doing those vlogs every day for the last few years, it's really helped me. You know, battle the fear of talking to the camera, of talking to filming yourself. That's the reason why I do those challenges, those Vedas. That's the reason why people do them. And yeah. But it's not like I'm sitting here watching these things either. It's embarrassing. I can't watch myself. It's horrible. You know? I do watch them like the next day. Like tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. Yeah. So probably
you said you're not going to be here tomorrow.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said Tuesday and Thursday you're not going to be around.
No, it was going to be today. Today I wasn't going to be here, but I just I'm here. Thursday I won't be here. Thursday I'll be gone.
You know what's really weird? What's really weird is I'm listening to you in here, and your mouth is moving, but not saying what's coming into my headphones. It's the audio. The audio is so off.
Is it? We'll have to do one of those broad button claps.
Wow.
Oh,
the audio is coming before the video.
Yeah. It might be you. Is it just Nesdall? Is it like that with everybody? Is the audio weird? Do they have mosquitoes in Canada? Killer bees.
Amazing.
I hate mosquitoes, man. I'll never kill a bug. Hey, it worked. Eric's watching this. I'll never kill anything, right? Mosquitoes, forget it. Mosquitoes, I'll take the hairspray and the lighter. I don't care. Mosquitoes, I hate. I don't know what we were even saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, it's cool. It's totally cool that we can just sit here and rap about nothing, and it seems like people enjoy it. I mean,
hey Eric, your Mike Myers mask looks great. By the way, yours and little Eric's Mike Myers mask looks great. Whoever painted it, did little Eric paint it? Because it really looks good.
Mike Myers.
Did you see the striped masks that they made on Facebook?
I saw. Yeah, I was scrolling through. And yeah, I saw a. This guy keeps saying, you better answer this question quick. Sorry. Somebody really wants you to answer this real quickly though. Yeah, I did. I saw a photo of little Eric wearing it. Mitch says mosquitoes haven't been too bad up here in the summer. It's been humid as holy hell though.
So what's the question I have to answer?
Let me look. They've been asking this question like a billion times. I won't show you because I don't want you to see their phone number. But like, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like at least 10. At least 10. What do you call it? Michael Smith says the audio looks like it's in sync. Yeah, I think it's on your end. I think it's on your side. There's like 10 texts I'm getting. Say, question for Dave. What is your favorite Telecaster that you have? They really want to know.
My favorite Telecaster is, I'll go get it.
See, watch this. We can watch them get up now. Say something.
Oh, yeah. You can still see me and hear me, right? You can still hear me? to see with these glasses far away. I can only use them close. This is my favorite Telecaster. I have 3 that are very similar. This is a custom shop, Fender custom shop, that has been roasted. So the body and the neck have been roasted in a kiln. The guitar is literally 6 pounds, and all of the water, it's all gone. It's like kiln dried. So it's like a guitar that's 50 years old, and it resonates ridiculously. This Telecaster right here. So this is my favorite one, and we can do another hangout on this guitar, and I can talk about it and tell you everything about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be great. That'd be super awesome.
Yeah, but that's I'll leave it for another time because there's a lot to talk about on this guitar.
Michael Smith says the audio looks in sync to me. Nobody says, no, it's okay. You got to change the setting or speed on it on the video settings, Dave. It's probably well, see, now it looks out of sync to me now, but I think it's just the internet in general. Because this is the time of day where everybody in the world jumps on.
Yeah, and it doesn't always happen.
The whole country is online right now on YouTube.
Yeah, it's not always like this. It's just today.
You're welcome. Who is this, by the way? If you don't mind. Stefan says, you guys are a natural at doing these shows. You play off of each other. Good. That's one of the things. That's one of the things. That's why we have so much fun doing this stuff, because we can just talk. Oh yeah, you can just split now, and we can still hear you.
Yeah.
See, listen, you'll hear him go outside.
No, I'm not going outside. Just the dog. She's just going out. Come on. Out you go. Good girl. Yes.
We're listening.
What are you listening for?
We were listening to what you were doing.
I just let the dog out on a leash, that's all.
I was waiting to hear like a bag of chips or something, The new Sun chips. Are they still like that? You know how the bag is like so noisy? People just complained because they couldn't sneak a bag of chips anymore because the whole house heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? What was I saying? No, but yeah, that's the cool thing about Nesdall and I doing these things. Oh, I remember. Because we can just talk and we have a good time. It's fun. It's a good time.
Yeah, and we actually get along with each other.
We get along.
It's two guys
somewhat
that actually like each other. So it's all right.
Yes. And yeah, what I was saying earlier, yeah. To me, this is super embarrassing doing this, but I do it. I do it because I know I have to. But I do have a good time doing it. But afterwards, these videos we do 3 of them a week, whatever. I'll look at part of one of them like the next day or later that night, and then afterwards, it's like I don't want to watch that. But to see me, that's the only reason. I don't want to see myself because it's embarrassing.
Yeah. Hey, Osnoy, right?
I know who he is, yes.
Osnoy, the guitar player. I'm going to his place on Thursday to set up like 5 of his guitars.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
If you wear those headphones, we can hear you.
No, really?
No, I'm just kidding. How far is the distance between those headphones and your? Did it say?
No, I didn't read it yet.
The wirelessness.
I don't know. I'm sure I can go not much farther.
Uh-oh. But yeah, that's cool, man. Does he still play with Will and Anton?
And Anton, yeah.
Is he still? Is it still their band?
Yeah.
Nobody says I never said this, but my friend in Chelsea Piers.
Chelsea Piers, yeah.
Chelsea Piers.
That's in New York City.
Has all his goalie equipment painted like Eddie's guitar, including custom helmet and all custom stitched colors and pads and gloves. Gotta find photos, he says. That's cool.
That's cool.
Michael Smith says, "For the love of music." Yeah, I think that's why we do these things.
Oh yeah.
Because yeah, we love talking about music. You know, in general. I mean, that's the thing is we start talking. We put a subject of, oh, let's talk. Oh, the new EVH guitar. This is cool. You know, which it is. But then we can go off and just like yammer about whatever. And
Yammer about telecasters.
Between the two of us, we have so many stories. You know, it's like half this stuff I'm just remembering. You know, like, oh yeah, that time. That time Jeff Watson tapped me. I was walking back from the bathroom, and Jeff Watson tapped me on the shoulder, which is true. You know, he was sitting at a booth in a corner. Well, real quick. See, that's the thing is we can just talk about this stuff, and it's cool.
You do that while I let the dog in.
Okay. Jeff Watson from Night Ranger, the guy who did the 8-finger tapping, right? I went to go see a guitar clinic that he did in 1989, right? And I went to the restroom. I come walking back, and this is before he started his clinic. He's sitting at a table, like in the back, right? I just happened to be walking past his table, didn't even know he was there. And I get this tap on my shoulder, and I turn around, and it's him, right? Jeff Watson. I was wearing a Hard Rock Cafe San Francisco t-shirt, right? And he taps me on the shoulder, and he's like, hey, that's where I'm from. He's telling me this, right? Yeah. And he's like, hey. Well, he didn't do that, but
sorry, I'm trying to get the dog in. Randy, come on.
It was dark. It was a dark club, right? But no.
Come on, Brandon.
So he's like, hey, if you're ever in San Francisco, you can come stay with me. Right? He's telling me this.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, cool, because I was a big Night Ranger fan, right? So he does his guitar clinic and everything. It was for Hamer Guitars. He does the whole thing, whatever. And then, why am I even telling? I don't know why I'm even telling you guys this stuff, but that's the cool thing is we can actually say this stuff on here. But hey, also, if anybody else, if you have any stories like this, feel free to call in. Call that number I gave out and tell us your stories. If you have stories, like cool stories, that's another cool feature we can have on these things. Uh-oh.
Just cleaning up, dude. That's all.
Okay. Did you say cleaning up, do?
Yeah, that too. No, okay. Cleaning up, dude.
So anyway, let's say 3 years later, I go to a concert in San Francisco. Dean Del Rey, the comic. You ever heard of Dean Del Rey?
Yep.
He's a huge Van Halen fan. Anyway, I go to one of his birthday bashes in San Francisco. Jeff Watson is on guitar that night. And this is so funny. Because years later, I end up getting into his comedy. I actually called into one of his podcasts one time. I talked to Tracy Guns. This is a while back. Remember that? A while back.
Yeah,
I remember talking to Tracy Guns, and him and Dean Del Rey, they're good friends, right? So anyway, I end up finding the ticket to the show, like recently, and I send it to Dean, and I'm like, dude, is this you? And he's like, yep. So it's like I went to his birthday show, had no idea I was even there, who he was. Now, 20 years later, I end up getting into the dude, listening to his content,
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
anyway, so that night back in 1993, 92, whatever, uh, I run into Jeff Watson, and I go up to him, and I'm like, "Hey, it's Johnny. Remember a couple of years ago, you said if I'm ever out here, I can stay with you. Well, now I'm here." And I don't think he liked that at all.
That is pretty funny.
I think he was more mad because I was trying to. I showed him a photo. There was a store next door. That's where I got that picture. You know when Edward played with Holsworth, where Eddie played
Yeah.
the Purple Kramer.
Sure.
I have a photo of Eddie from like a rehearsal from that. Of Eddie, it's a photo nobody's ever seen. Although I sent it to somebody, and somebody actually put it in one of the YouTube videos of that audio. But they thanked me. They're like, "This photo, thanks to Johnny Beane, whatever." I didn't take the photo, but I'm the one that had it, and I gave it to somebody. And anyway, I remember buying that photo next door at this like rock and roll shop. And then when I went to the show and when I ran into Jeff, I showed him the photo, and I'm like, this is cool, huh? And he's like, yeah, Anyway,
That is very cool.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm even saying. See, that's the problem.
Is that you don't know what you're saying or
Is
what you're talking about?
Well, I do, but I have so many different things I can say, and that's the cool thing about doing this stuff. But this is all stuff that I would never tell anybody. You don't see me on Facebook. You don't see me on Facebook posting nonstop. Oh, that time I ran into blah 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 blah. You would never see any of that. That's not me.
You're not that guy. You're not that guy.
That's not me at all. But on this stuff, it's cool because I can say that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like telling stories. It's like story time.
But we are storytellers. We're absolutely storytellers, and everyone that listens to us will attest to that. That we are definitely storytellers. Yes, knowledge of Van Halen and gear in general and blah blah blah. But basically, we're storytellers, and we tell each other these stories, and people love them. People like to listen to them. And then if they have related stories, they tell us their stories. It's like a bunch of friends hanging out. Maybe there's no campfire, but it's a bunch of friends hanging out together. That's what this is, and that's why everyone likes it, because it's laid back. There's no egos, and we're all a bunch of friends, including the listeners, everyone that listens to us, and everyone that comments with us. As much as it is mine and yours, it belongs to all of us, and that's what makes it really cool. It's not just two guys; it's a bunch of people. It just happens that there's only two guys on the that you can see at the moment, but everyone's involved. Howie.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Sorry.
Nice here.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Sorry, I just got a text from something else I have to reply to really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for a certain emoji. Do they have an emoji of pajamas?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't think so.
Okay. And where's that taco emoji? What happened to that? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, somebody sent me this question a few days ago, but they sent it to me again. And what do we? And I can actually say something else about this because they're asking what do you think of the EVH series shoes? As in the EVH sneakers, maybe a good topic for a hangout. They sent me this like 4 days ago or something. And then like I thought about it, but then all of a sudden Broadbent did a video on it. So I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do that, because he just did one. So what I'll say is the shoes are cool. I've got them right back there. They're awesome. Check out Eric's video on those shoes, though. He actually did a video where he showed off each shoe. And look, I'm like white. The sun went down or something.
I can't comment on the shoes at all because I can't wear them.
Just those style of shoes?
No,
Or-
I can't wear anything but the custom shoes that I have made for me because I have a deformed foot. That's why when you see me walking to my guitars, I walk funny.
I didn't notice.
Well, thank you. But yeah, that's why I walk with a little bit of a limp. And if I didn't wear my shoes, I wouldn't be able to walk at all. So they're made for my feet. Little something no one knew about me.
Let's see this. Close those windows.
Jeez.
Okay. Okay, cool. You okay? So hey, I don't know. Are you good?
I'm good when you're good, brother.
I mean, I keep saying I don't want to do 3-hour hangouts anymore, but you know,
It's not 3 hours though.
2.5.
Wow.
We're on 2.5 hours. I mean, there's still people here, you know, which is cool.
How many? How many people are here?
21, which is cool.
Is Eric still watching? Eric, you watching? Waiting for a ding.
I have no idea. But yeah, I need to eat, man. I haven't had. Did you have dinner?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
so
he's
much for leaving.
Yeah, he's watching.
So much for leaving.
Well, I can leave. You want to? Somebody actually says they have a cool Larry Mitchell story, and they want to call in.
Sure.
Michael Smith. Okay. Okay, let's do that, and then I think
we'll call
we'll call it because yeah, we're coming back in like a couple hours to do my vlog. Anyway, Dave joins me for those sometimes. We end up yapping for like an hour, and it turns into the same thing because the same people jump on and they start asking the same questions, so it ends up being the same thing. So, okay. So real quick, dude, yeah, if you want to call up, yeah, tell us your story real quick, and then yeah, I should actually feed everybody. The cats are out there. I think the chickens. Have you eaten yet, Howie?
Me?
No, Howie, you haven't had your dinner yet. Do you want dinner? Yeah, I think he wants dinner. Hey, so yeah, so real quick, yeah, if you want to call up, yeah, call that number 415-952-3263. And then, yeah, we can take a break for a while, and then we can come back for my vlog.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, no, I have a great time doing this stuff, though, man. I mean, it's just fun. It's a lot of fun sitting here just talking about stuff. You know?
I agree. Absolutely.
Pete. Yes. Yes, we are. Yeah, we're doing should I say? I think Rob already said. I don't know if I should say. Do you know Pig Latin?
Yeah.
Can I speak to you in Pig Latin where nobody else will know what I'm saying? Or does everybody else know that?
I think everyone would know.
I'll text you. How's that?
Okay. as we have dead air. Cricket, 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 cricket.
Rob already said this the other day. When it was just me and Rob, he said this. And somebody's asking if we're going to do that. And
Eventually we are. It just has to be on a Tuesday night because he gives guitar lessons Mondays and Wednesdays. He gigs Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tuesdays his only night free.
whose? Should we say?
Yeah, go ahead. We're the only guys that he'll do it with.
Okay. Yes. Somebody's asking. Yes, we're going to have Paul Unkert on again. He's going to he'll be on again.
Yeah.
He loves it.
You know what?
Yeah, we talked to him.
What we'll do is I'll probably bring my my replica of the Music Zoo Vitas Gerolitis guitar to Unkert's house and have him go over it. You know, because it's exact to his guitar, to the guitar that Unkert made. So we could probably go over it with a fine-tooth comb, and he can explain what he did when he originally made the guitar. I think that'd be pretty cool. Because I don't think Tommy Coletti's going to let me take the original one out of the case to bring to Unkert. So.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, Michael Smith says he says he'll call in later. Yeah, if you want to call in later, yeah, we're still going to do my vlog, which will probably be what, a couple hours? I don't know. I need to take a break. That's another thing, man. Doing these things for like 3 hours, I tell you, it's like that's the problem. Is people who do 3-hour shows, they take breaks, and we don't take breaks. You know, that's why I'm so exhausted. And that week when we did them every day, I was just like, oh.
What are you going to do when we do that marathon one? How are you going to take a break, dude?
Did you say meth?
No.
I was kidding.
Get some new headphones.
I told Nesdall, yeah, we should do a 24-hour hangout. But the problem is they only let you do 10 hours.
So 10 hours is fine.
We could only do 8 or 10 hours of this.
What's wrong with that? That's good enough.
Ugh. You actually want to try one of those?
Yeah. Let's do a 10-hour marathon.
Well, if we started, yeah, intermissions. Yes, I know, Super Junior. That's what I said. Yeah, we need to have intermissions, you know. Let's say we started at, what, 10 o'clock my time, 1 o'clock yours.
Yeah, and
we could almost do like a 7-hour hangout. We did that. Remember, like the first hangout we ever did, it was like 6 hours. Remember that?
And I was ready to pull my hair out.
Or you did. The first hangout we did, Nesdall had hair. Remember that?
I did. I do remember.
Remember that though? We did a 6-hour hangout. That one guy from what country? He woke up at like 6 in the morning just to be on there with us, and we were on there with like for hours and hours. I don't think that hangout even exists though. I think it was so long it wouldn't save, and it's just gone. So I don't think it's even around, that hangout. But I was joking about doing a 10-hour hangout, man, or 24 hours. Yeah, Super Junior says, or have multiple hosts to change up. Never stopping. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Why not?
We'll start in about an hour.
Oh, yes. I tell you, I'm not going to be wearing these headphones for that. I'll tell you that. They hurt. They hurt my ears. Yes. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're going to split for now, at least.
Yeah, I have to take these headphones off. My ears hurt.
Yes. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back in like 20 minutes.
Right after these messages.
No, I need to go feed everybody. It's getting dark. I need to tuck the chickens in. The cats are sitting there on the fence. I think they're hungry. Ah! Oh my gosh. No, but yeah, we'll be back later. That's the thing. Subscribe. If you subscribe to this channel, thank you, man. Nobody? Let me show you guys this. Where is it?
I got an idea. Why don't we do one of these? We'll do a marathon, and we'll split it up between us and Broadbent, and see if he wants to do half, or we can do it in like 2-hour intervals, where we do 2 hours, he does 2 hours, we do 2 hours, blah blah blah, back and forth.
Maybe. Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, Eric, you can have the 3 a.m. slot. I'm just kidding. The thing with though is being on the Hangout is you have to be on camera. So when he's talking, you see us, but we're like sleeping. So he has to like whisper, because you'll still be wearing those headphones. Michael Smith says insert commercials. Yes, I know. That's something I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about pre-recording some like stuff to actually play on here while I go take naps and stuff. I've thought about that, and yeah, I think we will. We'll be doing that at some point. But really quickly though, if you're subscribed to this channel, if you dig these videos, if anybody's actually watching, I know there's people watching this, but if you're subscribed, I gotta stand up. Okay, let's say on mobile, you subscribe, right? See that little bell? You want to click that bell. Okay. So it looks like this. Okay, that's on your mobile phone, on your iPad,
Yeah.
your iPhone. Click that bell so it looks like that, so you'll be alerted to every time we go live. Okay, and I don't know if you even have to do that, but I think you do. Although maybe you don't. I don't know. Either way, if you really dig this stuff and you want to know exactly when we jump on, like how do you guys even know we're on? Some of you guys who haven't even done that, how do you know when we go live? What tells you? Because I know nowadays we'll jump on, and all of a sudden there's 15 people right there. It's like, hi Johnny, hi, all these people. It's like, how do you guys even know?
I think they just wait for 8 o'clock to roll around, and then they wait for the thing to go live on your channel.
No, it's not even that. It's like every time.
Well, they know what our schedule is, 8 o'clock Eastern.
What? I couldn't even hear you. No, it has nothing to do with.
You can't hear me?
You were like a robot. Oh, Stefan says Facebook tells him. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but that's because I put that out there on Facebook. I'm saying just in general, even if I don't put anything on Facebook, I can just jump on here and all of a sudden people know.
That's true. That I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
Okay. Either way, I'm just saying, I don't know. If you dig the stuff though, okay, Pete says most of the time YouTube notifies me. Okay. So Pete though, did you click on that little bell or not? Probably not. So I don't know if you even have to click on the bell. I think that's That's if you want to get emails, maybe, or something. I think YouTube is making it now where, because I even get alerted when other people go live. People I'm subscribed to, but people that I didn't click on the bell, I get alerted when they go live on YouTube as well. Pete says, "Oh no, now he did." Okay, clicked on the bell. Yes, I don't know. We'll figure all this out. And like I said, Hangouts is changing as well. Hangouts, starting next month, starting a month from now, I think it's the 12th, September 12th, maybe. Google won't have Hangouts anymore. That'll be through YouTube. YouTube is making it now where anybody can stream live from their YouTube app. But I think they're moving Hangouts over there. So I think it's going to be the same setup, just from a different place. And if not, if there is no more Hangouts, then I guess, we'll have to figure out another way to do this. But I think it'll be the same. I think. I mean, why not? I mean, Hangouts. Everybody who uses Hangouts, they love them.
Yeah.
I've been doing these things for years. Years and years. Before I started hosting my own, I was jumping into other people's for years.
Yeah, this is really, it's really. What a great thing.
Yes. Okay. Stefan says, Stefan says, if you click the bell, you get both email and notifications on your YouTube app. Okay. So I'm thinking the bell is for email, maybe. And the notifications within the app are just now, that's just how it is. Because like I said, there's people that I didn't click the bell because I'm subscribed to them, but I don't care to watch them live, and I get alerted like so and so is live, and I'm like, huh? Why is it telling me this? But I think just in general now, I think Facebook changed. Oh, hey. Huh? Oh, dude, do you have to go out? Oh, he hears. There's people that are here. People are upstairs. REK80 says, "Hey, Johnny, sometimes I'll see you're live while watching another video. In the right-hand side of the video suggestions, it will show you're live there. Or if I am on my YouTube front page, I will see you're live in the suggestions." Oh, cool. So you'll be watching like another video on YouTube, and once I go live, it'll actually say that I'm actually on? That's cool. I think. See, I don't know too many people that actually do this. That's the thing. Because I've been doing this stuff for years, but I really don't know anybody else really that really does this live thing. So I really have nobody else to really see what you guys are seeing. 802 Blue says, "I think YouTube is sending the alerts because I've been getting them for the Olympics." And Michael Smith says, "You have to click on the bell in order to get all of the alerts." Okay. Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys for letting me know. I think I just got some spam there. Spam comment, look out. And then Michael Smith says, "Here's the helpful link for the new Google Hangout." Yes, I was going to read that. Yes. Cool. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. I think we're going to split for now. We will be back. And yeah, when we come back on, if some of you same people want to jump in, yeah, let me know. Let me know how you were alerted, like what told you. And yes. Okay, so we're going to bail. We'll be back. What, it's 8 o'clock here? 8, 9, 10. Be back in like a couple hours. Few hours. A couple few.
Oh, boy.
Yes. Yeah, see, Howie has to go out. Everybody has to eat and all that. Thank you, everybody, for watching us. Thank you very much. We have a great time doing this stuff. If you dig it, subscribe to the channel. If you're new, what do you say? Share the video.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard. Give it a thumbs up. If you dig this video, give it a thumbs up. That really helps. Really helps us out. Really helps other people find these videos within YouTube. People that might enjoy the same thing.
Yep.
And yes. Okay. All right. Yeah, he's Howie. There's other people that are here, but Howie's like, who's that? Okay. All right, we'll be back in a couple few hours. Huh? I'll tell you once we hang up. Keep rocking, everybody. See you guys soon. Facebook.com/guitarist Johnny Beane. Follow me on Instagram. It's just my name, Johnny Beane. And if you follow me on Instagram, let me know that you're following me and I'll follow you back. Okay?
Okay.
There's a lot of you guys that follow
Right
me
on.
that I see your photos and that tag me. Thank you. Thank you for tagging me. Because it's actual tags. It's not like spam. It's like actual. They're showing me their guitars. They're showing me all this cool stuff. And I appreciate it. I really dig seeing the stuff. So keep rocking. We'll see you guys in a couple few. Bye.